Hold the search head approximately 50 to 100 centimeters above the ground, away from metal objects. Switch the detector on and listen for the audio beeps, indicating the charge level of the batteries. 4 beeps means fully charged. 1 beep indicates low charge and the batteries must be replaced before commencing search operations. If no beep is heard after switching the detector on, check to see if the batteries have been properly installed. After the beeps, verify that the green LED is lit. The next step is to perform RFI, radio frequency interference, cancellation if needed. Hold the search head stationary approximately 50 to 100 centimeters above the ground. Listen for variations in signal response. If there is a fluctuation in noise, press and release the RFI button to activate the RFI noise cancellation function. The noise cancellation function lasts for approximately 30 seconds and is indicated by the scanning LED display. The search head must remain stationary during the entire noise cancellation function. The scanning LED display will cease and the detector will produce a triple beep, indicating the noise cancellation function is complete. The RFI setting remains in the detector's memory until the next time this function is performed, even after power is switched off and the batteries are removed. Next, adjust volume to your preferred level using the volume plus and minus buttons. Note that the volume adjustment only controls the maximum audio level produced by a large target and does not affect the audio level or sensitivity of a faint signal. Next, adjust the audio threshold to your preferred level using the threshold plus and minus buttons. The default threshold setting is 0. It is recommended the threshold be set to a barely audible level or just below, based on hearing ability and surrounding audio conditions. This will provide optimum perception of target response. Occasionally, the detector's audio and LED response may drift to an elevated level. To cancel this unwanted ambient signal, press and release the center audio reset button to instantly reset the detector's response to 0. For optimum detection, the ambient audio response should be silent or barely audible with no LED showing before initiating a search procedure. Verify proper detection using the test piece provided in the detector kit. This is the target end of the test piece. Pass the test piece across the center of the search head with the target end of the test piece facing away from the search head and the blank end even with the bottom of the search head. Verify that an audible response is heard and indicated on the LED bar graph. If needed, adjust the audio threshold to where the test target is clearly audible. If there is no signal response from this test target, do not place the detector into operation. Have it checked for service or repair. The Recon Pro's advanced pulse technology enables it to ignore nearly all mineralized soils. Occasionally, extreme mineralization may cause the detector to respond. To determine if ground cancellation is necessary, locate an area free of metal objects by sweeping the search head back and forth several times at 1 to 2 centimeters above the ground. Now check the ground response by slowly raising and lowering the search head several times from approximately 1 to 20 centimeters. If the signal response is steady or unchanged, the preset ground balance is correct and no further adjustments are needed. If there is a repeatable sound variation during the ground check procedure, initiate the following ground cancellation process. Raise the search head approximately 20 centimeters above the ground. press and hold the ground cancellation button. After 1 second, a double beep will occur, indicating the ground cancellation mode. While continuing to hold the button, slowly lower and raise the search head to the ground from approximately 1 centimeter to 20 centimeters. Repeat until 3 beeps indicate the function is completed. Release the ground cancellation button. When the detector is switched off and back on, the ground balance returns to a factory preset level. During search procedures, always keep the search head parallel to the ground surface along the entire sweep pattern, being careful not to raise or tilt the search head, especially at the ends of the swing. Each sweep should be repeated several times in the same location. If no target is detected, advance the search head forward by half the width of the search head and repeat the sweep pattern. This is a progressive search technique to assure full search coverage in patterned areas of operation. For optimum detection depth, the search head should be swept as close to the ground surface as possible, approximately 1 to 2 centimeters, without making continuous contact with the ground. Sweep the search head in a straight line from side to side at a speed of about 15 to 30 centimeters per second, or about 1 foot per second. In conditions where targets may protrude above the surface, first perform the sweep pattern at a higher elevation to ensure there is no contact between the search head and foreign objects. If no target is detected, lower the search head 5 to 10 centimeters and repeat the sweep in the same location. Continue this procedure of lowering and sweeping the search head until it's within 1 to 2 centimeters above the ground if possible. Do not contact targets. If no target is detected, proceed forward using this higher then lower search technique progressively. At no time should the detector or search head come in contact with any hazardous objects. Operators are advised to use visual observation while conducting the detector sweep procedures. Some hazards, such as tripwires, can be identified visually in advance of the search head sweeping procedure. A small target is now buried to demonstrate the target locating capabilities of the Recon Pro. A plastic chip is placed onto the ground to mark the target's position for demonstration purposes. Once a target is detected by an audio and LED indication, the operator should determine the precise location of the object. For most targets, the peak response will occur at the center of the search head. By performing a slow sweeping motion over the target, the operator will be able to precisely locate the target by the peak response at the center of the search head. Side to side and front to back sweeps over the target will facilitate a crosshair indication of the target location. A large target is now buried to demonstrate target response and pinpointing. Large targets often produce a flat, wide peak response, making it difficult to precisely locate its position. To precisely locate large targets, use either of the following methods. For method 1, position the search head to the side where no signal is produced. Press and hold the center button to activate the pinpoint function, as indicated by a single beep. While continuing to hold the pinpoint button, Sweep the search head over the target using side-to-side and front-to-back motions, making complete sweeps beyond the target's peak location. The detector will automatically adjust the response so that a noticeable peak occurs over the center of the large target. Once the target is located, release the pinpoint button to return to normal operation. For Method 2, for precisely locating large targets, approach the target with the search head without pressing the pinpoint button. Note the location where the audio and LED response just reaches full